Shalom, this is Yakira. I'm coming to you all with another episode of Lawlife in the kitchen. And today I am going to be making something really simple. It's going to be a turkey taco salad. For those of you, sisters and brothers, who are coming home from a long day at work, this is a very simple meal for your family. The first thing that I have on is a pound of ground meat. It's the turkey ground meat. I'm doing turkey instead of beef this time. I'm going to let this turkey ground meat brown, and once this brown a little, then I'm going to add a tablespoon of garlic. I have the minced garlic instead of the actual fresh garlic. And also I'm going to add a little green chives to it, probably like a tablespoon of green chives. To recap this, make sure that you put your fire on at least about middle ways of your dial. I know this will probably be about a 5 on most stoves, so I only have low and high on mine. But in here, I did 4-ounce can of diced green chives. And I also did a tablespoon of minced garlic. And for those of you who usually don't get to the store, like I didn't get to the store by it being a day after work, I made my own taco seasoning to add in here. My taco seasoning includes a 1/4 teaspoon of paprika, 1/4 teaspoon of chipotle chili pepper, and a tablespoon of ground cumin, and a tablespoon of chili powder. But I think if I were you, I would just start off with 1 teaspoon of this ground cumin and then do a tablespoon of the chili powder. So all of this has been added in here, and you see it's getting this really nice color. And once it gets to a nice good brown color, you can taste it. You may want to add some salt, or you may want to add some pepper. Alright, so you see that it's a nice good brown color. And if you have too much of the excess oil from it, you can take and drain this before you actually put it into your taco salad. Now that we have finished the meat, what I did was I preheated my oven to 350. Once you preheat this oven to 350, then that's when we're going to get our flour tortillas and be able to put them in an already pre-made pan. But to eliminate or to speed up my time, I already got everything all cut up. I have 1 tomato cut up, a jalapeno pepper, some cilantro, romaine lettuce, and red bell pepper. Using an 8-inch flour tortilla, it's really simple. You don't even have to spray your pan because this is a non-stick pan. You just basically set it on top of here and push it in here. The package comes with at least about 4 different pans. So depending on how large your family is, if you just want to do 2, then you can do 2. But we're going to go ahead and do 4 for my family for tonight. Okay, it's all set up on the pan. This is only going to take 5 minutes. Okay, it took a little longer than the 5 minutes that I said at first. So this was like about 10 minutes. And you see that it's it's almost just like a chip now. All this is dependent on your stove as to how far you want it to be and, you know, the color brown that you want it to be. Now this is when everybody in the family gets to participate. I have everything all laid out. This right here is the avocado. So I actually got the spread, but you can use that to put over on top. I'll save this for last. This and the sour cream. So I usually start off with a little bit of the meat first. I don't want to go with too much of meat, because if you go with too much of meat, you're not going to be able to put everything else in there. So the meat has already been added. So now I am going to add the rest of the ingredients. So this is 2 different types of cheese. This is cheddar cheese. And this is the Mexican style cheese. Now I'm going to add a little bit of the tomatoes. And this is however way that you like it. You don't have to do it exactly the same way that I'm doing. Now this is a little bit of the peppers. Red peppers. Cilantro. And I know it's a lot of different things, but this week I wanted to add a little veggie in our life. So a little fresh vegetable. This right here is jalapeno pepper. You probably notice I use a lot of spicy things, but nothing wrong with a little spice. And lettuce at the top. So this is coming together all nicely. Okay, these are 3 different things. I have the paste, pecani sauce, some sour cream, avocado, and also I'm going to squeeze a little lime juice on at the end. So you don't need that much. You know, just make sure that this is nice and stirred up good. Put a little bit of that on the top. A little bit on the top. And this all depends on you. You could do salsa, or you can do this. I like this better. Now this is something different that I'm trying out, but avocado is really good for you, so I'm gonna add a little bit of this. But you may need to get you a butter knife in order to get it off just like you need. Now if you're not a fan of this, you don't have to add this on here, but I just wanted to add a little veggie like I said earlier. And Here's the lime. I find out the best way to do this is to make sure that you roll it on the counter. You want it, and put a little pressure on it too. And you see it's getting a little softer. So make sure you roll it really, really, really good. Then cut it. And I'm only going to squeeze just a little on here. So you have to make sure that you do this really, really good, because you might not get that much coming out of here. This is a really, really fresh lime, so it only got just a little bit on there. You don't want to put too much of this lime if you're not a fan of lime. And it's all ready. I had to add a little bit more topping on here. So I added some more cheese. I added a little bit more of the sour cream and some of the paste pecani sauce. You can see this is a real quick, simple meal for you to cook for your family. It didn't take long at all. The turkey taco salad. Once again, this is Yakira with Lawlife Israelite School in the kitchen. Shalom, family.